Parshas Balak, the entire parsha deals with the one story of Balak and Bilam. Balak wanted Bilam to curse the Jewish nation. Interesting, in the Haftarah we read in Sefer Micha, we read a pasuk, Ami zacharna mayoyetz Balak melech Moav ma'ono isa Bilam ben Marmin Hashitim leman das sitkas Hashem. Remember what happened with Balak, what happened with Bilam. He wanted Bilam to curse the Jewish nation. So always should remember das sitkas Hashem, the tzedakah of Hashem, the chesed that Hashem did with us. This, especially the Navi points out this, especially the story of Bilam, that we should never forget. And interestingly enough, in the Gemara in Brachos, there's a discussion about which parts of the Torah we include in our Tefillah, Shema, and Vayim Shemai, Vayomer, the three parts. And then there was a suggestion in the Gemara that we should also include Parshas Balak. We should read the entire Parshas Balak in as part of our davening. One of the two in the Gemara, it's too long. People are busy every day. You can't say the whole Parshas Balak every day. It's going to be too long. But we see from here something very special about Parshas Balak. Don't forget Parshas Balak. Don't forget the story of Bilam. Maybe we should say it every day in Tefillah. Why? Why should we say this one? There were so many wars in the Midbar. So many things happened to the Yidden. We don't say, remember Ammon, remember Moav, remember this, remember this. Of course, we read the Torah. We have to remember all of it. But there's no special mention in the Navi Zachar what Hashem, and maybe what the Havamina that they wanted to include it in davening. They wanted to say Parshas Balak. What's so special about Parshas Balak, about the story of Balak and Bilam cursing the Jewish nation? We had the honor and the privilege 2 years ago at a visit from Rav Meir Yedid of Flatbush, one of the big rabbanim in the Sephardi community of Flatbush, Shlita, and he came here to Moscow and he spoke about this idea of Balak and Bilam and what was so special, what was so unique about the story of Balak and Bilam. And he said, if you read through the parasha and you pay attention, not one time is it mentioned that the Yidden had any idea of what was going on. Balak went to Bilam, they came, they looked from the mountains on the top, nobody even knew that they were there. And Bilam is about to curse and he starts saying brachas, then he goes to another place saying brachas. Balak and Bilam get into a fight, they're angry at each other, and the Yidden have no idea. They're calmly oblivious to the danger that's surrounding them. Says the Navi, it was dangerous. Zachar, tzidkas Hashem, you don't realize in what danger you were in. Bilam could have cursed you, it would have been a terrible danger. And we have to say maybe every day in davening, like the Gemara wants to suggest. Why? Because we had no idea of what kind of danger we were under. Say Halus Hashem Kol Goyim, it's well known, the Pirush. All the other nations should praise Hashem, because only the other nations know how many plans they had against the Jewish nation. We have no idea how much of their plans never came to fruition, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu helped and saved us from all of their evil planning. This is the lesson of Parshas Balak, of how many plans we have in 2021. Unfortunately, we are witness to one crazy in any country can write something on a blog or on a Facebook post, and all of a sudden millions of people can read it and share it, and we're living in a time when it's very clear, not only in Eretz Yisrael, where we're surrounded by nations that want to destroy us all, but in every single city, in every country where we may be, anti-Semitism is alive and well in 2021. And every once in a while we get a glimpse of how terrible the feelings of the animosity is against the Jewish nation. And we just have to realize in our worst nightmares we would never be able to dream about how many and how terrible and how dangerous plans our enemies. Unfortunately, we did suffer, and there were times when we did suffer under in every century. We had terrible destruction and terrible anti-Semitic pogroms and the Holocaust, and we definitely went through our share of suffering. But that's only the very, very small percentage of the actual plans that the Goyim had against us, and we have to thank Hashem every day that He saves us from their evil plans, and He does not let any of those plans come to fruition. And we have to daven that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, daven every day that HaKadosh Baruch Hu save us. We're now entering the period of Bein HaMetzarim, from the Shivas B'Tammuz till Tisha B'Av. As we know, we mark the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash, but not only the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash, like we say in the Kinnis, all of the tsaras, all of the catastrophes that face Klal Yisrael throughout all the generations, we mark during this time, and we remember during this time, and at the same time we remember the chesed of Balak, of Bilam, and all the other millions, thousands, maybe millions of stories of plans that Goyim had, that our enemies had against us, that did not come to fruition. And we thank Hashem for them every single day, and we daven to Hashem that He should continue to protect us until the coming of Mashiach. Good Shabbos.